Yeah. Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now listen. Salute to everybody that's gonna come into the chat. And salute to everybody that's going to watch it later and rewatch it. I already told y'all, when I look at the numbers and the analytics, a lot of people coming back, a lot of truck drivers. Salute to all the truckers. We got a lot of things about to come in for the truckers, you know what I'm saying? They reach out to me and let me know they watch me while they driving their trucks. Overnight workers, they all tap in, so they watching while we overnight. So salute to everybody that's going to come in the chat. Salute to everybody that's going to rewatch it later. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you see the topic. Beautiful Saturday morning. You already know how we giving it up. You already see the topic. The Boston Celtics. The scandal. The scandal within the Boston Celtics franchise and organization with their head coach. Oh, man. I sat back. Salute, my G. Yeah. Salute, my G. I sat back and I watched the situation with the whole scandal, and uh, I wanted to really just get a chance to see what was going on and then speak on it, because it gets deep, it gets wicked, and it's always deeper than rap when you scratching the surface, my G. Now, the head coach Ubaka, salute to him. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Ubaka. You know, he's in some hot water right now. But they're saying all over the news and all over, all over the media, this black guy. He's a black guy. Now his name is Ubaka. And like I said, I watch it, I like to digest it, consume it, and then really diagnose it and break it down. And that's one of the things that I speak on a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna dig into this whole situation. How they're confusing him with a black person. Now, he's an African. His name is Ubaka. He's obviously African. You understand? So we're descendants and we're brothers in a certain way. But FBA is foundational black Americans. Foundational black. So, like, I don't think that Africans should call themselves black. I don't think Jamaicans, Haitians, they are Jamaican. They are Haitian. They are African. You understand what I'm saying? So if it's an African person that is committing the crime, then we can't say it's black on black crime, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And salute to everybody that's going to rewatch this and come back. But you can't say that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they don't, even like with Caucasians, you can't do that. You can't, like let's say some Russian people was coming over here doing some stuff. We can't, and then we were saying that it was English people. Hey, these people from England really is, you know what I'm saying? That's a bad look for the people from England if it's really some other Caucasians doing it. Just to give you an example, and it's the same thing when you take these situations and you say a black man did this, or a black man cheated, or black on black crime. But the whole time, the crime is being committed by some Jamaicans and some Haitians, or some Africans and some, you know what I'm saying, which are our brothers, you know what I'm saying, and descendants of, but, so that was the first thing that I wanted to, even like Charlemagne the God was like, they always doing this to black people, like he's really not black though, he's African. So you should talk about what's happening to African people on this land, if that's what's going on, or talk about if African men cheat on their wives or whatever. We're gonna get into that, if that's what the situation is with this head coach, because obviously his name is Ubaka, like he's not black, he's African first and foremost, you feel me? And that was one thing that was really sticking in my brain. It's early, I'm up early, I got some things to do, so I wanted to tap in, and this will be up for people to be able to watch if that's what it is. But that was the real first issue, like why they keep calling, he's not black. And that's one thing, like, in the videos, I do my thing. I like to have fun with this. I'm gonna talk my talk. We not going to politely address these things. We not going to politely have dialogue. We're gonna really address these situations and talk about them like grown men. So when I have these videos, people be like confusing just real grown man dialogue with hate or anything in that nature. That's because of y'all. A lot of people have become accustomed to talking to men that don't look you in your eyes, or males, not really men but males. LBG 123 P Valley, these type of men, feminine, which is okay if that's what you want. So when you talk to a grown man, it becomes, you start to get defensive because a man ain't going. I'm talking to you. I know Africans. I got African homies. I got African homies that I call family. I could call right now. That's like cuzzo, real African out in New York. That's my cuzzo that I call him my cuzzo. I know Puerto Ricans. I know white people. I know all that. I'm cool with a lot of people. They all love me. They love me because I make my stance like this and I stand on grown man business. I'm not just talking like this. I'm really doing it. And we gonna get into that. I just recently did a video about roses. If you haven't seen that video, go back a few videos. It's a rose as the cover art, and check that video out. And in that video, I talked about plucking roses. I talk to my homies, and I talk to young men. I talk to old men, whoever needs to hear this. Because with Ubaka, him being an elder African dude, he could take that game from grown man business, and he probably is still be in good graces with his fiance, and he'll probably still have his job, and he'll probably wouldn't be in the situation he's in right now. That's the angle I'm going into. You understand what I'm saying? I did a video about roses. I was telling my youngsters and everybody else just how this world is a rose garden. When it comes to women, this world is a rose garden. And as men, we get to walk through this rose garden. And we get to see all these different type of roses. And we get to pluck from these roses if we like to. Blue roses, yellow roses, white roses, black roses. Yeah, all different colors. All different color, real natural roses. And they all smell beautiful. And when you get older, now let me throw this in there as well. In this garden of roses, is very few gardeners. It's thousands of roses, but it's one gardener that can only. They got a shortage of gardeners. So all these roses, when they see one gardener, they don't care if he's tending to another rose. They don't care if he's tending to this rose. They want to be tended to as well, and they're gonna try to tempt you. They're gonna entice you so that they can be tended to by a gardener, by a man. And in this video, I explained to the youngsters, I explained to the old heads and whoever is listening and looking for this game that you can't pluck every rose in a rose garden. Now, let's apply that to the Boston Celtics scandal. The Boston Celtics, LeBron James said it. LeBron James said that the Boston Celtics is the worst place. He hates to play there because it's so racist. In the crowd, they get to call you an N-word, and they get to wilding out in Boston, Massachusetts, right? So we already know that Boston is a real racist place. Real racist towards anybody that looks black, because he's African. He's not black. His name is Ubaka, right? But somehow he's gotten a position on the Boston Celtics as the head coach. And then last year, they almost went all the way. I mean, the fans, he really won over the fans. He really started solidifying a spot in the organization so that he can provide and give to his family and be rich. I'm talking about this will solidify him a spot for life. The Boston Celtics is a franchise, household name. And this African guy has now become the head coach amongst all these racist fans, and they're accepting him. And, him not being mature enough mentally. Now, he got a lot of gray hair, obviously. You would think that he was in position. You would think that mentally he was on some grown man business because he proposed to Nia Long. I mean, so he's the head coach of the Boston Celtics. He got Nia Long. Now, I'm not sure. I gotta look into. I thought Nia Long is black. I think she's black, but I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But from what I know, Nia Long is black, and you got this black woman, this black queen from our culture, from all our old movies, from all our classics. Nia Long, this African guy. We're going to get into that as well. But for right now. And the only thing and the one thing that can make him lose everything, the one thing that could make him lose, I mean, it's a few things that can make him lose everything, but one of the top 3 things that can make him lose it all is another rose. I told y'all, you can't. Now, mind you, you get to this point, you a head coach, you got a lot of power. You got a lot of people bowing down to you. You got a lot of people that want to be in your good graces because you the head coach. You right under the higher ups and the elites. So whatever you say goes straight to the owners and the higher ups. You can get somebody clipped, you can get them hired, you're the head coach of the Boston Celtics. That comes with a lot of power. But see, if you don't have discipline to apply to that power, I told you, if you don't have discipline, when your blessings come, they gonna go, but you're gonna lose all. You'll never receive them fully because you're not disciplined enough to have them. And sometimes, your blessings can come. Hey, let's just see if he's disciplined enough. We not sure. I want to see. Some of your blessings come and you squander it just like that. You know why? Because the discipline. So this man wasn't disciplined enough, and he went into the rose garden and he lost track of principles, of morals. I mean, not only that, he had Nia Long. That's a whole nother crime in itself, my G. See, that's a whole nother crime in itself. This dude was about to be married to Nia Long. Now, that's multiple different angles, all in itself. Because maybe these beautiful women can't seem to keep a man in the house. They can't seem to keep him home. But I'm going to go left on that, a whole nother angle. That's a whole nother video. But you got Nia Long. You got baby. She done submitted to you. Yeah, that's a whole nother crime in itself. The problem is, what women don't understand is, a lot of the times it ain't got really nothing to do. It's a small thing to do with them. It's really the man's choice. A woman is never doing anything fully to make a man just stay at home. If a man not mentally there where he gonna say, okay, I'm this what I'm doing, and I ain't going, then it never matters. That's why I say I'm talking that grown man business, and I'm talking it to the youngsters, and I'm talking it to the other fellow grown men that might need some game. The rose, he was already plucking Nia Long's rose. He was plucking. When we was youngsters, I'm a married man. But when we was all kids, me and my dogs, we all wanted to give Nia something long. I don't want that to go over your head or under your bridge, but it's Nia Long. When we was kids, when we was youngsters, when we was young teens, and Nia Long was all in these movies. What was the movie? I can't think of the movie. The joint with Tay Diggs. When she came to the door, when we was young, me and my homies, we all wanted to put something long in Nia. Yeah. We all wanted to put something long. Even J. Cole talked about it. We all wanted to put something long. And this dude got Nia Long and lost her because he went to go pluck another flower. Maybe Nia, listen, I'm going to give y'all some game real quick. The older you get, the more you get focused on other things, the more other things start to matter and things start to change. So when you get married, they say when you get married, the sex slows down. The sex doesn't really slow down if you ask me. It's just you have other things to focus on that make y'all more powerful. And if you actually focus on those things and then work on those things and then come more one, the sex comes way more powerful. So it's not like you're not going to be having sex every day like that, just all 30 times a day. But when you do have sex, when you are married like that, it becomes like powerful. All you need is like one or two of them and you're good. Chill. Right? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. And the best man. Me and my homies wanted to put something long in Nia, man. You have this African guy who actually, now, like I said, you gotta focus. You gotta focus on your marriage. So let's say this guy was focusing on Nia like he was supposed to be focusing on Nia. Trust me, the juice is gonna start flowing fully how they supposed to flow. But women go, you know, they have periods, they have, you know, they have their menstrual cycle, they're moody. They be wanting to have sex, but it be weird. If you gotta, as a man, you supposed to play. That's how the lion play with the lioness. They let, and then you go and then you get in with. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to go. But dudes that's not mature enough, they take that as I need to go get some pluck this rose because this rose I ain't getting to pluck as much. But I want to pluck this rose and I want to pluck that rose, and you lose your whole career. You lose. Not just your career, not just your money, right? But you now taint something with your fiance or your wife, right? And not only that, your last name loses integrity. Oh, now we're gonna go into a whole nother angle. Them people, when I say them people, you know, the higher ups and whoever, right? Them people, Caucasian people on a certain level, they respect marriage. You ever notice that rich, wealthy white people, they might get married 8 times, but they always get remarried. Sometimes it gets redundant and out of pocket, but for the most part, these people get married and they have man, woman, child. They live by that. They just got y'all thinking that you, so they know that y'all quick to put dirt on your name. Y'all quick to, all we got to do is put a little money or a woman right here. Oh, he like white woman. Oh, he like dog fur. Yeah. We seen him in high school and in college. He was dating this white woman. Had her hair used to shed just like a Labrador. We gonna put this white woman in front of him and see what he do. Oh, okay. It ain't just white women, it's just women, period. He got a problem. He can't resist it. He not man enough mentally to resist a woman. So, hey, let's put these women in front of him. You see it going with these athletes all the time. It don't just happen like that for the most part. It don't just happen like that for the most part. A lot. So Ibaka is now, maybe he doesn't lose everything. I'm gonna say this. He took the Celtics to the finals last year, or to the end of the. They won. They almost went all the way, right? So they gonna end up bringing him back, but this has now tainted your name. So whenever they do want to get rid of him, they'll get rid of him. When they do find the right head coach that they won't, and these head coaches gotta have, now mind you, that these higher up execs and these owners of these teams and these higher up in the elites, they have sex with the secretaries all the time. Oh, it's nothing new. You know, the head coaches, the ones at the top, they smash the makeup and hair execs, and they smash the little secretaries all the time. You understand what I'm saying? Ibaka is an African, but he's portrayed as black. To the naked eye, that's a black man. That's all you see. So when it comes to the image, they got to assassinate the character. You understand? So it's a deep play that was ran. That's why I'm talking about it. And if Ibaka tuned in to Grown Man Business TV and soaked up some game, he would have saw the play being ran on him. When the little shorty or the little bitty that was up in the little office he couldn't resist, was throwing them shots at him and rubbing up against him and making little remarks, he would have known the play was being ran. He would have known to get around that. He would have known to get around that. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. When you moving in this world, when you moving in this land, and you making forward progress, you got to be aware of the different levels and different devils. Oh, they gonna send. Okay. And you got to know with my videos, the way I talk, they know that ain't the key. They know that ain't the way for me. You can't get me with money, and you can't get me with women. I'm married, and I'm already good. I'm married and have multiple streams of income. Wouldn't matter. So you have to make these things known. You got to stand on. You can talk about these things, but then is your actions gonna back them up? Nia Long, this dude was boning Nia Long. You know, one thing you know, it's lessons in all this stuff, man. You can look at these women, man. In the best man when we was young, Nia Long was beautiful, but maybe it's a desert down there. Maybe it's something. Maybe she had, I don't know, because how can't these type of women keep? But then at the same time, if he ain't a man, if he ain't a man, my G, then he can't be kept. If she ain't a full-grown woman, if she don't wear a crown every day, even when you not around, if Shorty don't wear her crown when you not around, she ain't meant to be kept. Like PNB Rock situation. Oh, he was trying to keep Shorty. He took her phone from her. He took her Instagram from her. He did all these things trying to keep something that wasn't supposed to be kept. So Nia, you know, that ain't none of my business. But she trying to keep. Now, you know, a lot of American women, they think like that the African guys are just like very educated, and you know, they speak with an accent, and they have this so-called culture that they bring to America with them. And salute to my Africans. I got homies, and like I said, I know people all over. I got homies they bring this culture to America, and it makes the American women think like, oh, they're not like the black guys, or you know what I'm saying, these guys are like, you know, these guys are different. They're smart, but everybody is the same, my G, until you elevate. Everybody, I wouldn't care if it was a white guy. I wouldn't care if it was a British guy. I wouldn't care if it was no Caucasian. I wouldn't care if it was an Asian guy. I don't care if you go get yourself a Mexican. I wouldn't care if you go get yourself an African. If the guy is not mentally saying that he wants to be, you know what I'm saying, faithful to this person, then he's going to always pluck the other roses in the garden. And what you got to understand is that young lady that was that was doing that, knew his fiance was Nia Long. These women know that these women know that the man is married. These women know that the man has been with Shorty for 30. These women know. But it's such a lack. It's such a shortage of men. It's such a shortage. You got the LBG 123 ABC community that's openly ABC 123 community. Then you got the P Valley gangsters they on the down low. They gangsters. They got guns, and they'll shoot you, but they go on dates with their homies and they do stuff like that with each other. The P Valley whack 100s that lay on their stomach. You understand what I'm saying? You got those, and then you got guys that's locked up. Then you got the guys that's getting smoked there, PNB Rock, smoked out in broad. You got all these different categories of why there's no man. So when one man comes into the room, 8 roses lean towards him. When one man comes in the room, that's a man. I'm talking about real grown man business. Real man. You can smell him. You can smell his cologne. Them roses, they can smell you when you walk in the room. They can smell you, my G. They'll accept whatever just to be under a man. So Shorty knew that he was his fiance was Nia Long, and she was still. As the man, what make us number one is the fact that we have ruler of all dominion. Even the women in the domain, in dominion, all that. We have rulership over all of that. So you can't get drunk with power, my G. You can't get lost in the sauce thinking, oh, I'm going. No, that's how you lose everything. Why? Look at homie. Look at his face. Look how he's ashamed of himself. He should be ashamed of himself. Because first off, you got Nia Long, and you got them. It's Nia Long, my G. Like, it's Nia Long, baby. My old lady, you feel me? I don't play no game. I wouldn't dare give a female a chance or the opportunity to ever disrespect or play with mine. That's why she got my last name. So you gonna let somebody play with your daughter? Your daughter got your last name? You gonna let somebody play with your mama or you know whoever that you might nah. And that's why these videos are prevalent. My next video I'm going to give to the youngsters is going to be called Patience. You got to go watch the discipline video and then watch the rose video. You can't pluck every rose in the rose garden because you're going to, inevitable, you're going to hit a thorn, my G. You're going to hit a thorn. Homie hit a thorn. He was doing his thing. He's having a good, whatever he wanted to do. And now, just like this, he hit a thorn. And now he's bleeding. He can't stop the bleeding. Everybody know. Everybody. Just like, look. Just like the P-Valley whack. It's the same thing. Just different genres in the same industry, under the same umbrella, under the same higher ups and elites. Whack 100 get caught. First off, what man had, soon after you get that, bro, ain't nobody, bro, ain't no way I'm laying on no, come on, bro, ain't no way, bro. It's too, you understand? Ain't no way I'm laying on my stomach. I can't lay on that. I can't lay on that, dog. You feel what I'm saying? I can't lay on that. I'm gonna have to just be on my, I'm just gonna be on my back then. Hey man, we just relaxing and all that. Yeah, I might not be putting no clothes on. We just relaxing, but I'm gonna just lay on my back then, cause I can't lay on top of that. Whack bugged out. You know, but even with Whack got an old lady. Whack wife be at all, Whack 100 wife be at all the interviews with him. So now she got to go to the hair salon. Now she got to be around. Now the narrative is already set. Cause your husband, cause the man, he ain't mentally, he don't know, or maybe he could have been coming to get some game as well. You understand? Now you got smut on your name. Now you done lost some integrity. Your last name ain't that strong. Now your word don't really mean that much no more. We looking at these pictures of you, yeah. And you was on Clubhouse on the phone with whoever you was on the phone with. I'm talking about twiddling your toes, my G. That now as a man, grown man business, you done lost something. We don't hear you the same no more. That's why I preach this to the youngsters so that you already know it before you engage in it. You already know. Oh man, nah, you don't want to lose that kind of integrity. So this dude, you know, the coach, and we going straight off to some other things. Y'all already know how I do in the lives. I'm gonna rock with y'all. For a nice little second, and then we gonna ride out. But I just wanted to tap in because, like I said, first and foremost, homie wasn't African. He's not African. I mean, he's African. He's not black. And then you got Nia Long under your belt. But none of those things matter. You can have the whole world in your hands. I told you, a lot of the times you won't get your blessings if you're not disciplined enough. You won't get your blessings if you're not patient enough. If you don't have these qualities, my G, right? But at the end of the day, a clock is always right twice a day. Even a trash can gonna get a steak. So you're gonna get something, but you're gonna lose it every time because you're not in position mentally. This dude got mad gray hairs. He should known better. He should have known better. You feel me? But hey, the game is the game. Now listen, let's stray off a little bit. I just dropped a video about DJ Academics. If you ain't seen it, go see it. It's the last video. It's right there. I just dropped it. You feel me? Because it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. It is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But we gotta attack. We gotta get on point and on code with this. It's a beautiful thing to see what's going on. You know, now DJ Academic said what he said. Everybody got at him. Russell Simmons responded to DJ Academics. And I watched the response, and it made me think, and it made me think to myself, and I said, you know what? I had to speak on it. Russell Simmons he lives somewhere out the country right now. I forgot where he said he was at. House looked like a pavilion. I mean, it was a big house, like a pavilion part of the house that he was in, right? And listening to him talk and everything, it just really made me think of DJ Academics. what happens is DJ Academic. So let me ask you a question. You think the higher ups and elites not gonna come for you in due time, DJ Academics? You think one day when your numbers go down and your numbers start slowing down and you get older and you start getting grays in your beard and the new DJ Academics, he's young and he's coming up and he's the new Twitch phenom, and you're not as relevant as you used to be? You think that the females that's not going to start coming out the woodworks saying that you did something to them, saying that at these parties that you be attending, these places that you be at, you didn't disrespect or touch one of these females? You don't think that they're not gonna line you up? Because when I was watching Russell Simmons, I was just thinking to myself, like, man, Russell went to the heights of this thing. Russell Simmons went. Now, it's a lot of allegations on Russell Simmons. Almost, I mean, it's so bad, he literally moved out the country. He's smart enough. The wealthy people know what to do. They just go and buy property in these certain areas of the world where you can't be extradited at by the U.S. Oh, and when you rich, boy, you can get a whole big mansion and beautiful home. You understand? So he got smart. Now, are these things true or false? I don't know. I won't make no allegations. But when I look at Russell Simmons, I feel the same way I felt about Bill Cosby. I feel like I'm not sure what they was doing. Whatever they was doing was probably the norm at the time, which I still don't know what it is. But the higher ups and elites, they gonna wipe the black people that does that stuff out. And you got all these white guys and Caucasian guys that do the same thing. Brett Favre, all these athletes. I mean, the one dude, bro, they get caught. They have all these allegations all the time, but it's really only us that get exposed and put out there and put into the media. So like Russell Simmons, I feel like they did him like Bill Cosby. Like maybe I don't know what he did wrong, but y'all, that's wrong what they did and he got out the country. So DJ Academics, you don't think one day, so you so comfortable in your own little zone that you don't think one day you not gonna be on this chopping block? See, the difference between me and the DJ Academics is I'm not in the industry. I used to want to be a rapper and stuff, and then I just realized that I didn't want to be in the industry. I just wanted the money. I wanted the things I thought I saw, freedom for my time, hustle, grind. That's what the rappers used to rap about when I was young, hustling. So I just want to get some money. DJ Academics, you done already bit the apple, my G. You walked listen what I'm saying, you walked through one of those doors, DJ Academics. We don't know which one it is, but you got to know they always expose it in due time. The LBG 123 ABC community door, the P Valley door, or the sacrifice door, I don't know. What have you done? What have you done? What have you done? Is it going to be some allegations? Some females come out, say you drugged them? Because we all know you a marshmallow. Your body is soft like a bag of marshmallows. You was never just having intercourse with women because you was a fly guy. You was never just one of those dudes like what you looking at. You understand? So you ain't, so what's going, them women, so you think they not going to serve you up on a platter? And that's why for our entertainment, because again, I'm not in the industry. I just went and got it. I did it a different way. I'm on the platform. I do use these platforms. I'm not, I'm still we all in the matrix. We all in the matrix. But I'm trying to tell y'all it's a certain way to move in this thing. It's a certain way to move in this thing with integrity at all times. And that's how you get the respect you want. That's how you get to do it how you want to do it. Soon as you sell some, you lost. Soon as you sell some integrity, you lost. So that's all I was thinking when I was watching the video, because, DJ Academics, he was saying he wanted to expose Russell Simmons. Should he talk about this? I'm just thinking to myself, like, y'all ain't seen the routine yet. It hasn't become consistent enough for y'all. It hasn't become redundant enough for y'all. They build y'all up. They build y'all up. They let y'all get full of ego and pride and all that. Then you just build yourself up. They just give you a little push and then give you some momentum, and you just do your own thing because you just thinking you the top dog. Then they spank you. However, which way it go. Sometimes you get whacked. Sometimes they expose tapes on you. Sometimes they have women come out the woodwork and say you did all type of things to them. And they know how to line y'all up nice and neat. That's how they did the coach. Oh, it don't take much. We just put this right here in front of you, let you destroy yourself, and yeah. You already know how the game go. So it was wild to me to watch a DJ Academics talk so like gangster with it. Like, you know, like he the man. That money don't make you a man. They gonna let you get some money, my G. Oh, they gonna let you get some money, man. They gonna let you get some money. They gonna let you feel yourself. They gonna let you get all in your zone. And then if they feel like you ain't moving right, or maybe you been moving right, you just ain't producing enough. Because the reason why it's inevitable, because let's just say you play it perfect. Let's just say you play it perfect, but in due time, it's going to be a new DJ Academics. In due time, it's going to be a new upcoming Twitch star or whatever those things are. And it's going to be some of them that's going to be coming at the old heads like DJ Academics say, man, get them out the way. It's our turn. And you ain't going to be producing the same. And that's when we're going to all be sitting back like it's always just been happening and watch. Like, man, you remember DJ Academics used to be the man. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the happened to you? That's how it happens every time. And I just felt that when I heard a young DJ Academics talking to an older Russell Simmons, my G. Yeah, I heard some wild things about Russell. I mean, you know, I was thinking the same thing everybody else was thinking. He said where he was at, but I was like, wow, this dude, salute. This dude is somewhere, he got enough money where he done went somewhere, built a villa. He's been out of the States for a long time. Russell Simmons. So I'm looking at a DJ Academics, and then DJ Academics didn't even do it his way. He wasn't even on a level like a Russell Simmons. You know, you playing on a lower level, way lower level than a Russell Simmons, and you think like you think you're not gonna get spanked. You think your time not coming. So that's why I say it's still a lane for the real. We get to watching these marshmallows control the narrative of the culture until it's their time to not control the narrative no more. Then we get to see them get R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. You already know how it go. We get to see them lined up. I'm the only one saying this when it comes to a DJ Academics. Everybody's kind of like going at his neck. And, you know, I had some fun with him. Check the video out. I had some fun with him. Because Nipsey, you know, Nip was even, you know, and I talked about that in the video when it come to a DJ Academics. You know, a whole... Hold on real quick. Let me make sure I ain't buffering. Let me make sure I ain't buffering, guys. When the time is right, they're gonna let that out. When the time is right, when the time is right, they're gonna let that come out. When the time is right, we'll know that his wife was 14 when they met. You know, when it get too real, man, they definitely start playing with the numbers. They definitely start playing with the connection. I always notice that, but we figuring this thing out. I'm learning how to go through that and just keep it going. But when you getting at them, because they review these videos, my G. They review these videos. Yeah. When you get smart, you get out the way. You get smart, you go to Dubai, you go to these countries where you can't be extradited, and you get out the way, because the picture and the narrative that they gonna paint is, oh, these women said he touched them. Oh, these women said. They use the same narrative every time. They use the same narrative every time to discredit you, right, and turn the people against you, and then they wipe you out. Either they wipe you out, they put you in jail. You feel me? So a lot of these celebrities, they getting smart. You know what I mean? You even got a DJ Khaled. I think he's like in Jamaica. He got a big house somewhere in one of them islands. You know what I'm saying? And you got all these real wealthy black people or whatever, higher ups and whoever, They buy islands and they just control the island and they pay the fees and all that. Because in America, that's the only thing. So DJ Academic, again, when you have like a DJ Academics, you got like a Jamaican guy that was in Jamaica, right? That came to America for newfound fame, fortune, success, whatever. But he had to come to America, like a lot of them, for the majority of everybody. For you to become successful and become who you want to be, you got to come here where we at. You can't do it where you at. And when he get over here, you feel what I'm saying? He just, as long as he could get, money is what makes him. He needs money to stand on. Other than that, he's a bag of marshmallows that would have got swiped either way around. But nevertheless, he's a big puppet in the industry. He's a big puppet right now. You understand? So they not going, when you a high influence, they never gonna let you go off the deep end. When you a big influence to the youth, Cardi B, Lizzo, you know, especially Cardi B. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all saw it. If y'all ain't see the video I did with Cardi B, yeah. The video when she said she was drugging men and she was robbing them, and that's what she had to do, and we must have forgot what she had to do to get where she's at. You think they not gonna pull that out the archives when she get old and she ain't pumping and producing? When she start pushing the wrong narrative and she ain't going with the flow of things, you think they're not gonna produce that video of her robbing men? I'm just saying, man, discipline. Discipline. You gotta have it, my G. You got to have it. You know, I'm gonna go into one more angle. I'm gonna go into one more angle about the coaching thing, because I just went off about DJ Academics. That just was, the last video I did, and we just locking game. But I wanna go into it. I wanna go into an angle, and this is far left. So rock with me, man, and you're welcome. You know what I'm saying? This angle, you're not even gonna, this is just an angle. Just something I was on my brain, right? So black people, right? When it come to like Jim Crow laws and all that, slavery and all that, one thing that stuck with us over the years, one thing that really stuck with us over the years is like being scared of the police. A lot of black people, even black kids that never had any interaction with real police officers, they have like this underlying fear of police. You know what I'm saying? Because of all the way back from the slave catchers all the way now to the police. They have this underlying fear, and it comes from generational fear, from generation to generation to generation, right? We always talk about that when it comes to black people. But I wanted to point out one of the other reasons why they're really gonna chop this guy's head off. The Boston head coach, Ibaka. They're gonna wipe him out because just like us, just like traumas that come from slavery and Jim Crow, white people have traumas that come from slavery and Jim Crow. That the only difference is we only talk about the traumas that come for the black people in the slavery and Jim Crow. But it's a couple of traumas that white people still deal with to this day that stem from slavery. And I just want to home in on one of them. Now, back in the day, in the slavery days, and now mind you, if they buff this stuff out, trust me, just rock with me. When I'm talking a certain way, they play with the numbers and they trust me, right? Yeah, exactly. They don't talk about the rebellions when slaves was running up in houses and it was mass murder and they wiping the babies out. But that ain't even an angle, but that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of trauma that even white people, that's why they were scared of black people for so long in a certain way, because they always fear us running in their house and paying them the revenge that they deserve from their ancestors. But that's a whole nother angle, right? But let me give you another angle on what traumas come for white people. So back in the day, these plantations, these plantations, the slave owner would have to leave out to go get more slaves and to go get more livestock. You understand me? And you know, let's say this slave owner had to go from Alabama all the way up to Virginia, and it took him 3.5 months. You know, it would take them a month and a half to get there, and then they would have to settle and buy the slaves and round them up and get the livestock nice and neat for the Oregon Trail. A lot of you youngsters don't know about the Oregon Trail. When I was young, we used to play a game called the Oregon Trail. But let's stay on track. Let's stay on track. He'd be gone for a month and a half to go get the livestock and the slaves, and he had to take another month and a half to get back. Now, while he's gone, while the slave master gone, old Betsy Boo, old Betsy, she had his wife. That's his wife, Betsy. She got to look over the slave quarters and make sure the plantation stay nice and neat for the slave owner until he get home. Oh, he's gone for 4 months. You know how many times the slave owner came back and caught old Betsy getting slave shoved in her, getting wood shoved in her, getting getting all that shoved in her. Sometimes by 2-3 slaves, she'll be forgot the slave master was gone. She be done forgot he was gone and been living out her wildest fantasies with 2-3 slaves. The slave owner come back home and find out the house slave he keep in the basement been hitting old Betsy the whole 3 months. You know how many times that has happened in the slavery days? Yeah, and Nat Turner. Yeah, Mandingo from the middle of the cotton field. Nat Turner. She been eyeing him the whole time. Okay, so let's dig into this. So one thing about the Boston Celtics coach is they fear him piping down one of their little nieces. The one thing mostly white men fear the most, they don't fear you getting rich. They don't fear you taking care of your family. They don't fear a lot of things, but one thing they do fear is that little Kimberly bring home a Tyrone, and Tyrone dropping D in her every night. Oh, black Tyrone, you want to call Tyrone? He dropping D in his little daughter, his little niece, and his wife, and his aunties, because white men psychologically know that white women secretly fantasize about us. White women always heard, and back in the day, they got to see the slaves. We was walking around, we was just swinging. We didn't have briefs back in the day. Oh, we didn't have boxers either. Everything we was just out there. White men know that white women secretly talk about at the hair salons. They talk about this, and they discuss the size of the mandingo. You understand me? So generation after generation, it becomes more fear. The same way we have an underlying fear of the police for some most part. We don't want to go to jail. We don't want no handcuffs put on us because we went through so many years of trauma when it come to that. White men went through so many years of trauma of they little nieces and they wives and they daughters getting, because white men, they ain't built like we built different than them. And the white women, they secretly fantasize about that. So a lot of the time what you got to understand is they done already got their hands on the real wealth of America. When they used to hang black men, they didn't only hang him. They would always fight and argue about who was going to castrate him. Do you know what castration is? If you don't know what castration is, Google it. They would fight. They wouldn't just hang the guy, but they would fight and argue about who was going to chop off the mandingo. The balls, the mandingo, the basketballs under the man, all that. They wouldn't just hang you or burn you, because they like to burn you as well. They wouldn't just do those things. But before they did those things, they would cut off the mandingo. Because in their minds, psychologically, they fear you might just come back from the dead. Old Betsy might just come back over here and dig up the body to ride that mandingo if it's hard enough. Because that's how bad they knew their wives and daughters wanted that one slave, the mandingo slave. Oh, so before they kill you and send you to the afterlife, they make sure they cut your dingo. They gonna cut that off. You can't take that with you. We might just keep that with us, cause we wish. Yeah, they wish they had one. You understand? So when you bring a African, cause he's not black, the coach, the head coach, he's not a black guy, but to the naked eye, he's a black guy. To the naked eye, he's a black man. And when you got a black man in an organization like the Boston Celtics, and he can't keep it in his pants, oh, they start getting scared. They start saying, man, well, damn, if he gonna cheat on Nia Long, he'd definitely shove Pipe up in Becky. He will shove Pipe in Becky. If he would cheat on Nia Long, he will shove Pipe in Becky. We got to get him out of here, man. Oh, we got to get him. We gonna get you out of here now. We gonna do it legally. All right, you already broke the rules of conduction. You done already broke the rules. So we gonna give you a probationary period while we find your replacement. Cause you won't be slinging no wood up to Betsy up in. Nah, you won't be having babies. You won't be marrying and having babies within our rate. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. So now I just answered the question to everybody. Why is they going so hard on this man? Because everybody was asking me, GMB TV, why do you think that they are going so hard on this man? Why do you think that they are they going so hard on him? Because what you got to understand is they fear him shoving wood up in one of those little Beckys and one of those little Catherines that they got running around. Yeah. Now, listen, man. I'm not gonna stay, like I said, listen, I'm not gonna stay too long with y'all, but I wanted to say this. Black women, y'all gotta listen. If we really dig into who these people are, a lot of the time they just are being portrayed as black, but these guys are Africans, Haitians, Panamanians. The percentage of black men that's involved in any of this, buffoonery is very low. They done perverted y'all thoughts and make y'all think that all black men this, when a lot of the time is that this guy's not black. That's all I'm gonna say. And there's no disrespect to anybody, but these things have to be said. If it was like some, if it was some people from some Spaniards, and that was doing some damage, and we were saying that they was from England, that's wrong. This guy is not a black man. I don't think a black man would cheat on Nia Long, and I could be wrong. Not like a real man, a black man. Come on, dog. We love Nia Long. It's Nia Long, dog. Yeah. I don't know. This guy was an African. His name was Ubaka. I'm sure he eats fufu. He eats the fufu with the, you know what I'm talking about? That's no disrespect. African people eat this putty stuff. It looks like dough. And they squeeze it together and they eat it like that. It's no disrespect. I know homies in New York, in the States that eat that. That's their culture. This dude named, Nia Long in our culture, it's Nia Long, baby. Oh, it's Nia Long. When we was young, we wanted to give Nia something long, and we all wanted to give Nia something long when we was kids. All right, so I just gave y'all the real breakdown, man. You have to understand the fear. Listen, let me tell you something. Let me give you some game. When you driving your car and the police pull up behind you and you ain't got your license and your license is suspended and you see that blue light, whoop, whoop. Matter of fact, you could have all your license could be, everything could be good. And you see that blue light, yo, I think the police behind us, whoop, whoop. That feeling that you get right then and there, that fear, is the same fear a white man get when he walking with his wife and his wife is just casually looking around and she makes eye contact with me. His wife is just casually looking around and I'm just walking and I'm casually looking around and me and his wife make eye contact and she give me an up and down look and she go about her business. He get that same, oh, he's scared now. Oh, they feel it. They don't want to admit it. But I know, I'm telling you, I talk to a lot of guys, my homies. You want to make a white guy, you want to really lose everything? Shove some of that in a white Becky. Ram some of that up in a Catherine and a white Becky and see what happened to Emmett Till. They said he looked at the shorty. They beat him so bad that he knocked his eyes out his head at the thought of him looking, because hopefully she ain't look back and she ain't want that. Oh. The rose garden. You gotta be disciplined in the rose garden. You get to plucking these roses, man, and they come with so many different obstacles and thorns and problems, bruh. He looking at shorty like she's so pretty, and somehow shorty exposes, and now he has to face the music. It's not her fault. As a man, he's supposed to be in control of all that. If he is doing that as a man, he's supposed to be in control of all that. You can't have those type of situations with a woman that don't respect you as a man. I got some time. I'm going to get a little deep with y'all. Whack 100, right? Whack 100 had a side piece, and somehow, some way, she felt like recording him and exposing him. And that's because even the roses that lean towards men that have wives and they lean toward men that have girlfriends, because like I say, it's a lack of men. So if you got a wife or a girlfriend, it's still beautiful women that throw themselves at you, right? But once you give in to the temptation and you show a lack of discipline and you start plucking at other rose, she gonna keep rocking with you because she's obviously using you the same way you're using her. But women, most of the time, they get a sense of disgust about you in due time, because this woman's watching you lie to your girlfriend or to your wife, trick your girlfriend and your wife into believing you, all to come there. All to come there and have relations with her. So at first it's gonna be cool. At first it's gonna be exciting to the female, right? And then in due time, she out her peripheral, the side of her eye, she gonna start looking at you sideways. She gonna start looking at you with a sense of disgust, like, this dude is a liar. He don't got no integrity. He ain't got no morals. He cheating on his wife over here, doing whatever with me. And now he's laying across the bed on his stomach, twiddling his toes with his ass, with his buttocks out. In due time, they're going to have to expose. You understand what I'm saying? You do it one time and go, maybe you got a chance, because it's no connection. But once you start just laying up with shorty, meeting her at hotels, doing this, it's never, they always, you're gonna lose at the end. They don't respect you as a man, because men have discipline, men have principles, men stand on something. So after a certain amount of time of you, and once the excitement's gone, now you just laying on your stomach with your butt in the air. I'm just trying to give you some game, youngster. It's not all it made out to be. After a certain amount of time, she looking at homie like, man, your fiance is Nia Long. You got a baby with Nia Long, and you laid up in here with me, and that, like, you disgusting. And now your whole career is in shambles, my G. You understand? You lose it all for nothing. Get smart. Get your old lady and be a man and raise your family and plot for the next generation. Plot how to get paper. Plot, go get your life insurance policy. Do all these things. I'm not perfect. I've been lining up and been doing certain things like that as well. Life insurance, get the policies. Make sure when you live to 110 years old, then your kids can get well off. Yeah. Yeah, it gets deep, it get wicked, it gets, listen, all the time. It get deep, it get wicked. It's always deep in the rap. Hey, I'm not, listen, man. Listen, let me see how long I've been up here with y'all. Salute to everybody that's in the chat. Salute to everybody that's tapped in, man. We ain't doing much. Listen, bro, you ain't like, listen. And anybody that been rocking with me for a long time already know I've been said this. YouTube is the new portal, bro. YouTube is the new portal, bro. I've said this, I'm talking about months ago. Bruh, I don't even be trying to, but yes, I said it, but nobody else was saying it before I said that. Nobody was saying that YouTube was a portal. Nobody was saying that. I think it was all the way back in the Young Dolph situation. Television, movies, right? Radio, music, right? You got all these different outlets that you can get into this industry by. YouTube, once these YouTubers, I sat back and watched, a Hassan Campbell from the beginning, be broke and not have his paper right and trying to figure these things out and then breaking down like the whole process. And I learned from that. You don't expose too much about yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you having those type of issues, you take that to your wife. You don't bring that to YouTube. YouTube is going to give you a opportunity to make a fool of yourself. YouTube is going to give you an opportunity to repeat certain words over and over again, and you're recording it. So now other people can watch your words be repeated over and over again. Those are chants. Words are powerful. YouTube now, so now they can build you up on YouTube. They can build you up to 1 million subscribers. Then they can watch you crash like Tasha K. YouTube is gonna bring you from having no money to not being able to handle your business to exposing that you got, thyroid, or you got, all these things done to your body by Africa. And now you half a million. You half a million in and you're getting big YouTube checks. See, it's a humiliation. It's a way in. And if you notice, a lot of the top YouTubers, they always talk about going to BET Awards, and they always talk about being at Rolling Loud around these celebrities because they want to be celebrities. They want to be in the industry. So that's a way to decipher. They harvest the energy and decipher who's who. Oh, this guy talk real good, but he wants to be an actor. He just begging to be in the industry. He just want to be a part of something. This dude sound like he talking about something, but he just want to be a rapper. This dude right here talking real good game, but he got a side piece that we know about that stay in Chicago that if his wife found out about, he'd be out of here. You got to be careful. Again, I come on the YouTube, Samity Sam. I'm shooting from the hip. Then I start realizing, okay, hold on. Let me put them down and let me figure out where I'm shooting at. Let me put it down and let me figure out where the target is. Oh, okay. I see the target. That's who I'm trying to. Now I'm shooting again. That's why I say I redirected the channel. That's why I say I redirected the energy of the channel in the direction of the channel. Because at the end of the day, if you keep talking about something too long, you keep saying certain things, you keep using certain words, and you recording it on the music, on a CD, those words gonna come back to you. those vibrations and those energies come back. If you get on this YouTube and you get on this YouTube and you saying these words over and over again, and you attacking people, and you talking about this, it's gonna come back to you. I heard a song that PNB. I never listened to PNB Rock's music, other than what he did that made the radio, right? I heard a song the other day of PNB Rock basically describing exactly how he got smoked, right, my G, over some jewelry too. Exactly how he got smoked, bro. I don't know the name of the song. Somebody clipped it up. I should have screenshotted it. But I didn't even want it. I don't even want that in my phone. It was crazy. I forgot that. I don't know what the name of the song. I'm sure somebody will know it. But he was talking about getting smoked and people like over jewelry, and it was exactly what happened to him. Nipsey said over reputation and pride, we gone DIE. Nipsey said in one of his songs, amongst a lot of songs where he talked about leaving here, Nipsey said in one song, over reputation and pride, we gon' die. And that's exactly what he did, bro. Over reputations and pride between whatever happened in the other higher ups and elites, getting them out of here. YouTube is the new portal. YouTube is the new portal. Man, listen. If you notice, I don't do no cursing up here. I don't curse. I don't say nothing about nothing. I don't attack people. I articulate myself very clearly, and I use my words very wisely when I'm on YouTube. I like to have a little fun. I like to do my little thing, but I don't talk no certain way on YouTube. It separates me from everybody else, because if we was to have a conversation, then you got to really be able to talk. This ain't no beef. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, ain't nothing new. Him and Jadakiss, exactly. That's one of my favorites in my playlist. I got that one of my songs in my playlist. I rock with that song. Yeah. Over reputation and pride, we gonna die. That's what he said. So when I'm talking about a DJ, when I'm talking about these people, what separates me from everybody else is that this is grown man business, and they can feel that. So if you was to have dialogue with me, you would have to really talk. Nothing I'm saying should make, you understand, could bring physical. Now, some Charleston is saying people want to bring physical harm to him. Is it a message in what Charleston is saying? Yeah. But the way he's saying it, the words he's using, the octams that he's using while he's using certain words brings that type of energy that when people see him, they want to do something to him. They want to smoke him. Yeah. I'm going to peep the video again. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I listen to that song a lot. It's one of my playlists. That's why people want to do something. They want to touch Charleston. Nobody really know how to approach me. That's what, and salute to everybody that's tapped in. Salute to everybody that I lock in with. You know what I'm saying? Salute to those guys, because they tell me too. Bro, nobody really knows how to approach you. People feeling some type of way, but they don't really know how to approach you, because it's no real men talking. It's no real grown men talking. So, you know, if you was acting like a child, it'd be easy to approach you, because then we could just argue with you, and we could call you this and call you that and say you this or say you that. But when you talking to men, when you dealing with kings, you already know what's on me. You already see what's on me. You know what's in me. You already see what's around me. Now we can get that out the way. Now we can have real dialogue about what it really is. Nobody gonna want to do that. So that's why, and it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. But that's what bring y'all here. That's what make the channel continue to go up. And we not gonna stop. We not gonna stop. I got some gems in this one right here, dog. We 1 hour in. An hour of power, baby. I got some gems. I got some gems that I just dropped in this joint. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be able to go back through this one and do some things with it. But the game's the game. The only reason what I love to do is just to bring it from a grown man perspective. Be anybody that know me, that rock with me, and my old lady, or we moving around, we travel together. They know I don't play no. I'm the one. I'm one of the ones that ain't gonna play with you. I'm one of the ones that when they go up, I'm gonna be watching. You ain't even gonna see, and we gonna go from there. This one of the smallest ones in the pack. Oh, but I'm lion hearted. That's what the 757 built into me. That's what the 757 put into me. Yeah. Yeah. So when I bring it to this right here, there is no cut action. There is no script. This is straight from the energy. This is straight from the investment of time and energy that y'all bring to this channel. That's what this come from. The investment, the high investment of time and energy. So salute to everybody that's in the chat. We gonna come back in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? It's early on a beautiful Saturday. I got some moves to make. I got some business to handle. But I did want to chop game. And I'm gonna rewatch this where I know I spoke on the Celtics, spoke on academics, spoke on a few other things as well. You know what I'm saying? What the white man is really scared of. They not built like this. You know what I'm saying? You know, they just, you know, and they secretly obsess about us. Oh, you know, Becky, she got that long nose, blonde fur, because it's not hair, it's fur. It's like fur down the back. Becky and them, they've been thinking about, they ask each other, hey, have you ever been with a black guy? They ask each other that all the time. Hey, have you ever been with a black guy? I've never been with a black guy. I've never, but I will. Yeah, that's how Becky and them talk. So the game is the game. It is what it is. It'll be what it's gonna be. You feel what I'm saying? You know, this is Grown Man Business TV. This is yo, look. This is Grown Man Business TV. Yeah. We're gonna tap in a little later. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped the DJ Academics joint. I got something in a small response where I'm talking about the response from Russell Simmons. I might edit that up and shoot that up on the joint as well. I'm gonna check it out in a few minutes. And then 9 times out of 10, man, we'll lock in and we'll go live later. I can't wait for this pool to get done. I ain't even gonna show y'all the pool no more till it's finished. Listen. Oh man, it's so crazy when they put the water in this thing. You know, we gonna shoot live by the pool, baby. We gonna shoot live by the pool. This is grown man business. This is not a stunt. This is not an act. This is not rapping. Nah. This is real life. All right. So listen, man. You already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business. And listen, you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest.